Let me get this right. Alright. Alright. What's up, y'all? This is AyirTT. This is my first video on my YouTube channel. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for subscribing. I already got, I think, 36 subscribers when I checked this morning. So, it's already, the ball's already rolling. Appreciate y'all. I got some good content coming out. Got some stuff set up. And today I wanted to talk to y'all about something I think is important for, this time of year. The season's ending for a lot of seniors, a lot of fifth years and sixth years who are about to declare for the draft, even some juniors. But, I was in this spot and you have a bunch of questions as to, what's next? What do I do? All this type of stuff. So I'm making this video to describe the 5 most important things. So 1, it's going to be agents. 2 is where you're training. 3 is going to be trying to get into an all-star game. 4 is going to be your pro day / combine. And 5 is the workouts after. So to start with, 1, agents. Agents, depending on how big your name is or whatever route you want to go, can be super important for your process, or it might not be. But for me, I need an agent. I was a small school guy. I went to Holy Cross, FCS school for 4 years, and then I did my 5th year at the University of Wyoming, which was a step up for me, but still a Group of 5 school. So it wasn't like I was a big household name or anything like that. Especially also because I didn't have crazy stats. We threw the ball 10 times a game. So if you need some help kind of getting your name out there, or need the connections and stuff like that, I think the agent's really important for that. Obviously they're gonna get their cut. I think it's the lowest it can go is 1.5, but it can go up to 3% of whatever your contract is. But at the end of the day, it's almost an incentive for them. They only make money if you make it. So they only want to go and get guys that they think will make it. So it's a process. I talked to 16 different agencies, and they're going to tell you, all right, here's what we have, here's who we represent, here's what we think of you and everything like that. And I would say, any advice I would give you is ask, where they see you getting drafted or signed or whatever, how they see you as a prospect grade, just because you want to be on the same page. If you think you're going to get drafted and think you're going to be a rookie minicamp invite guy, it's like, you want to be on the same page. So there's that. And then ask them what their budget is, right? A lot of times, some people think that, as soon as you sign with an agent, they just pay for all of your training. And for some people that is true. But, for some agents, it's more just about representation. They may not have the budget for you, depending on the process. This is like, some people already get the deals done during the year. I don't know. I had someone that was talking to me during the season, and then we ended up falling out at the end of the season. So then I opened up my recruitment, I guess. And just take your time. Don't feel rushed. Some people go train first and then figure it out. If you have a supporting cast that can pay, or if you don't even have to pay for your training or whatever. Again, this is all case by case. There's no blanket statements here. But that takes me to my next point, number 2, where you're training. Right, you're getting ready for the biggest interview of your life, whether it's the combine or your pro day. It's a shame, but a lot of what's going to happen for you is going to be all minimalized to that one day, right? How fast you run, how high you jump, all that type of stuff. So you got to be prepared. And where you train is going to have a large part of how you perform on that day. So me personally, I went down and trained at Test Academy. They're based in New Jersey, so I already had those personal connections because that's where I'm from. But their training for receivers and quarterbacks and skill positions on the defensive side are in Miami. So we were down in Hollywood, Florida. Took care of my housing, eating. I got 3 meals a day. Nutrition. We lifted. We did obviously strength conditioning, and then we did combine drills and positional drills. I worked with Receiver Factory. Brandon White. We worked with Otto with our sprints. Kevin, Tess. It was just, a great time. They took care of everything. We had a great group of guys down there. Waking up in Florida, I just spent 6 months in Wyoming, and then before that, 4 years in Massachusetts. I was just ready to get away from the cold. I knew I needed to run fast, and I had to go somewhere where I felt like, my investment and, my agent's investment, my family's investment, everything would be, worthwhile. So there's a bunch of people down there. I think we worked with like X3, XPE, Bomberitos. We got treatment from Alchemy, with Sharif. We did stretch therapy and all that type of stuff. But you know, some of my friends went down to Texas. Some of my friends went to Arizona. Some of the bigger guys I know, you know, D-line, O-line, they worked out in Denver. They worked out in Pittsburgh or whatever. It's all about what you need, right? At the end of the day, there's no perfect way how to do it or anything like that. But that was just my experience. But I think it's really important where you train, because you got to take it serious, and it's super important, right? You want to be able to get the best times and the best numbers out there, because unfortunately it does mean a lot for your process. But 3 is the All-Star game. So, you know, when I was in college, I thought the All-Star games were kind of corny. You know, it was just like, all right, like I'm playing football. What does this All-Star game really have to do with anything? You're not really going out there going hard or anything like that. It doesn't really prove anything. But it actually is pretty important for your process if you are able to get into one, right? I wasn't on the Shrine Bowl 1000 list or the Senior Bowl list or whatever, but I wasn't able to get invited to the Tropical Bowl in Orlando. Went down there. They had 31 out of 32 teams there from the NFL. All the CFL teams are represented. All the UFL teams represented. And I went down and I killed it. We had two practices. I went, killed it, had a touchdown in the game or whatever. But my best advice for you there is, for one, try to get in. And your agent can help. That's another thing. Agents know, obviously they do this year round. They build relationships. They know who to talk to, so they can help you. So that would be one thing also that might be important for you to ask your agent. But, you know, go and then kill it in practice. No one cares about the game. The game is cool, for sure. I mean, if you go off for 200 yards or something, or you do something spectacular in the game, it may mean something. But, I mean, for the Tropical Bowl, we played on Saturday, all the scouts left on Friday night, and I'm not even joking. So it's like, go kill it in practice. They're watching you, how you warm up. They're watching you do every drill, how you're listening to coach, how you're doing one-on-one, 7-on-7, everything like that. For me as a receiver, you know, in the NFL, you need receivers who can separate. So one-on-ones are super important. You got to go out there and kill. And, you know, that's what I did. And after the first day, I got interviewed by 16 NFL teams. So it's that serious. Like, it can happen that quick. But, you know, it just got me on a bunch of people's boards. Some of them already knew who I was, but a lot of them didn't even know that I was coming out. You know, some of them thought I had an extra year and everything like that. So you don't know how important that type of stuff is, and every opportunity. This is your opportunity. You don't want to miss any opportunity. You don't want to miss any, you know, leave any stone unturned, right? You got to do all that you can do. Obviously, don't go out there and, you know, pull a hamstring or something, or, you know, get hurt. Don't put yourself in jeopardy, because you do still have a pro day. With, you know, a lot of these games are in January, February, stuff like that. You know, kind of they try to keep it near the end of the season, but, you know, you have bowl games and stuff, and I don't know how that will shift with the expansion of the college football playoff. But I mean, you know, it'll be what it is. It'll be during your training, and then you're going to go do your thing and then come back. So that's that. The next thing is combine or pro day, right? Obviously, you know, it's the easiest thing to talk about, because everyone knows what it is. You know, if you get invited to combine, you got the whole world watching. You know, you get to talk to teams, get interviewed by, I think, every team. I didn't go. You know, I had a couple friends that went, teammates and stuff like that, and they enjoyed it. They say you don't get a lot of sleep. You're not going to be eating a lot. You are getting poked and prodded and tests and everything like that. But it is an awesome opportunity to get you in front of these teams and everything like that. Go out there and kill it. You know, you're living a dream. Same thing for pro day. You know, I did my pro day at the University of Wyoming. We had 2 players that went to the combine, so we had all 32 teams at our pro day. So that was my combine. And I was, you know, pretty comfortable out there. I, you know, had fun. It's a dream come true. You're finally getting to that point. You know, your friends are there supporting you. You know, our team was there. Our coaches were there. And you get to put on a show. Everyone's watching you. They want to see you run routes. They want to see you, how you catch the ball, you know, all that type of stuff. And it all matters. But, you know, obviously you've been practicing and rehearsing this interview for 2 months. So it's finally time to go and do your thing. And then, you know, it is what it is. You're able to live with it. So that's super important, obviously. You know, take that seriously. I'd say build a habit. You know, me, I eat the same thing every day at the exact same time, just so that on pro day, you know, it wasn't anything to throw me off or anything like that. But yeah, that's pro day. And then the last thing is workouts. So after your pro day and everything like that, I took a week off because, you know, you did your whole season, and I did my bowl game. I think my bowl game was December 30th, and I was down in Florida training on like January 2nd or 3rd or something like that. So it's a quick turnaround. So you're going for much longer than you're used to. But so, you know, give that time to yourself, give your body that time to recover and everything like that. But as soon as you can get back and start training football, because these teams are going to start bringing you in for workouts. Unless you test it really bad, they're not going to really ask you to run or do any of that type of stuff, but they want to see you move, right? It'll be position drills and stuff like that. You know, whether it's a visit, you know, a top 30 visit, a workout, a local day or whatever, you know, these opportunities are usually pretty significant. You're going, like for me, I got to go to the Giants and Jets local day. I was invited to the Patriots. I couldn't make it because it was the same day as the Giants. And then I went to the Denver Broncos. It's all based off of where you're from, where you went to school, and the radius of, you know, that the area of where that team is based, or, you know, where the practice facility is. So, you know, being from Jersey, I was eligible for Jets and Giants. Went to College of the Holy Cross in Massachusetts, so I was eligible for the Patriots. And then went to the University of Wyoming, so I was eligible for the Broncos. You know, it can be taxing. They're usually within the same like 10 to 14 days. I went to the Giants on Thursday, Jets on Friday, got in the airport, flew to Denver, woke up, did the Broncos on Saturday, and then flew back to New Jersey Saturday afternoon. So it's a process, but you know, the workouts aren't that hard, you know, 30 minutes at the most, but you're working with the wide receiver coach or your position coach, right? There's a specific guy that you would be working with, and they get to see you, how you move, right? Obviously film is one thing, but they get to make their own decisions off of what they're seeing with their own eyes. Also, the scouting department's out there. With some teams, the whole front office is out there, head coach, you know, GM, like, it's important. So, you know, if you do well, you know, you do your thing, you know, they might ask you to come back for a physical or, you know, ask you extra questions or whatever, but yeah, it's a good process. And then yeah, at the end, you know, you just continue working out. There'll be a bunch of calls, you know, be talking to you and everything like that, or there might not be. None of that is really a major indication of where you're going or you know, who's going to assign you or anything like that. A lot of the times they always say it's the team that you don't expect. And that's kind of how it worked out for me. Like, I thought after the local day with the Giants, I didn't think they liked me that much. The Jets, I thought they were going to draft me. I thought the Broncos were, you know, cool. I didn't think I did terrible, but I didn't think I did great. So, you know, it was just up in the air. And then, you know, come draft time, the Giants were calling me and everything like that. And they were the first one to offer me a contract as soon as the draft was over. So, you know, it's really weird. You got to weigh your options, and then you got to make the best decision for you. And then, yeah, you know, obviously if you get drafted, you get drafted. If you get an opportunity to get signed, you know, that's also amazing. You know, undrafted free agent, that's the route I went. If you don't get that, then you may be invited to a rookie mini camp. You know, go out there and do your thing. I think they're like 2 days, 2-hour practices. You know, it's an opportunity though. You get to go and display your stuff in front of everyone. Sometimes if they don't sign you there, they might invite you to mandatory mini camp. And again, it's a numbers game, so there's only 90 on the roster. But it's a revolving door. I mean, I made it to camp, and at the Giants, we might have saw like 30 different corners, right? Like, dudes go down, people get hurt, and if you're at the edge of the roster, you know, you're out. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. But you know, it's real. You go out there, you're out there competing. You know, stay healthy, everything like that. So, but this video, I just want to talk about that process. That's kind of how it was for me. I think those are the most important things. Everything else kind of takes care of itself. You know, if you're eating right, taking care of your body, getting treatment, taking your training serious, pro day will take care of itself. All those workouts will take care of itself, and then you'll be in a spot where, you know, you'll be proud of what you did. So, I mean, well, that's kind of all I got for you guys. But, you know, hopefully something I said in this video can positively affect someone watching, or, you know, hopefully this advice, you know, kind of, I don't know, hopefully someone took something away from this. But yeah, that's my first video. You know, you guys have any more questions for me, Twitter's AyirSante, Instagram's AyirSante, TikTok's AyirTT, Snapchat's AyirOfficial. You know, you can hit me up on anything. I respond to everyone. But yeah, you know, I got some more content. I can go, you know, deeper into anything that you guys are kind of interested in, whether it's about, all right, what happens after you get signed, or what's the summer like, or, you know, just that type of stuff. I actually also have some other rookies in their first year that are willing to come on YouTube and, you know, kind of talk about their experience and try to, you know, offer their help to anyone that's wondering about this process. But, you know, undrafted, drafted, you know, got cut, got put on IR, you know, made the active roster, you know, all types of different perspectives. So, you know, I'm excited for what this channel is going to become. You know, like I said, I got some stuff lined up, and yeah, appreciate you guys. So like, comment, subscribe, and let's keep rolling.